I love living by Sydney Harbour.
Very lucky.
I think people have a view that's full of snobs or people who think they're better than other people.
Oh, not on the Chanel.
Oh, jeez.
J.Mo here, and Real Housewives of Sydney second episode has dropped. Krissy Marsh is here with us. She's the most controversial housewife.
Oh, I am not.
You
Go
are so
away.
controversial
I'm
this
so
season.
Not controversial. I'm going to strangle you.
Look, Krissy, you have certainly made your mark felt in these first two episodes. How are you feeling seeing it playing back?
Look, I'm super excited, but of course you have cringe moments and go, oh, did I say that? Or, you know, it's just natural.
Did I say that? That is a key thing that is going to play out today. I want to play a couple of clips for you.
Yes.
Now, the first clip is Dr. Kate Adams. She's from Bondi Vet, and she says that you'd met her many times, but you don't remember. Let's have a look at that.
So, you know how Krissy doesn't remember how she called you a porn star?
Yeah.
So she also doesn't remember ever coming into the vet clinic?
What, she's known you before she met you at the lunch?
Yeah. And I kind of felt like, oh, I've seen you only like 7 times, so, you know, it's weird.
Right.
Okay.
What you need a response
I
here.
need a response because I just find it hilarious that she thinks she's met me multiple times. We don't hang out in the same circle. She's so much younger than me, so we don't have any mutual friends. But my son has definitely, the dog goes to the vet or used to go to her vet, very, very good vet, but that was Billy's responsibility, not mine. So you know what, Kate, I'm sorry, I don't know where that comes from, but whatever.
I mean, it seems like you're picking at straw, like...
Yeah, I mean, come on, look, I you know, if she thinks she's met me before and I was on a telephone call and I wasn't, you know, I was...
Giving her
kids.
undivided attention.
Exactly, I had 3 kids, my husband lived over in China, I was flat strapped running a business and doing what I did. Sorry, Kate, I didn't give you enough attention, but you know, fabulous vet, amazing woman.
Great. All right. There was a really touching moment. So there's been a bit of drama in the first couple of eps. Great, love it. No show without punch, it's reality TV, I want to see that. But what I loved in this second episode, there was a gorgeous story arc with you, your sweet daughter Milana, who's 15, and your mum Didi.
Yes.
Now, is it Didi or Didi?
Didi.
What's her name?
Denise.
Denise. Well, Denise. Denise.
Denise.
Now, Denise, firstly, she looks like your sister, not your mum. How old is she?
She hasn't had much work at all.
She has not had a lick of work.
No.
No spritz
81.
of anything. 81. She looks amazing. Can't move her face, but looks amazing.
Never
Now,
angry, never happy, never sad.
Let's play this clip.
The third generation of catwalkers. I get too choked up. I'm a silly old grandma.
You're not. You're always there for all of your grandchildren. You've been there for every birthday, everything, and that's amazing. And that's why I'm the same.
Mum is the most generous person you could ever imagine, but generous in love, generous in spirit, generous in advice. She tells you advice even when you don't want to hear it.
You've got to front up, and when you're exhausted.
Mum, here's cheers to you and to Milana's success.
Oh,
Love
great,
you.
darling.
It is so gorgeous, that relationship between you and your mum and your daughter. How special that you get to share this on TV.
Unbelievable. You know, Mum's 81. I mean, you never know how long someone's going to be around for. And I think Mum's always very much about believe in yourself, you know, and I hope that I've given that to Milana. And I think, you know, by seeing that how nervous I was and she was so confident, made me really proud. It shows that I've empowered her as a woman to go out there and give it your best shot.
You're very positive about the modelling industry.
Yes.
Most people I speak to, like, and I'm being brutally honest, there's creeps, there's predators, there's long hours, very little food. I've had models tell me that they're told that they're too fat, too skinny, too this, too that, don't eat this, don't eat that. You've been modelling since you were knee-high to a grasshopper.
I literally. And I
you haven't
modelled
experienced
a
any
lot
of that.
with my sisters. So right. I think my mum always warned me about creeps and warned me about those sort of people. So I think we've always been very aware. I did have a couple of creeps do some prank phone calls back in the day. You know, our number was in the telephone book and I just sang our Father back to them, hello, be thy name. And he goes, you're crazier than me. Hung up on me. So, you know, like, I'm not saying that the world's perfect, but also it's any job. You know, I've had creeps working in sales and marketing.
Yeah. Do you have any concerns about your daughter going into that industry?
Oh, look, I definitely think you've got to be aware that, you know, I like it now more that it's not about being rake thin. It's not about being, the perfect size. I think the whole diversity now within modelling has really allowed people to express themselves. I mean, Milana's a very good athlete. She's a big basketballer, so she's not your typically thin.
She's got a bum.
She's got a bum.
Legs.
She's got curves. But, like people bag the Kardashians the whole time. Haven't they transformed all those girls in the world with a big bum? Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
People exercise now to get that.
And we're not saying that Milana has a big bum. It's just she's
shapely,
athlete
yeah.
and she's gorgeous, and that was shown on the runway. Now, they played the runway on the episode, and you and your fellow housewives were having dinner at Nicole O'Neill's house, and there was a discussion around diversity. I want to play this. It's my favourite quote from the episode.
Okay.
It's Carolyn Gaultier.
Oh, is this the diversity? I don't know about this. I want to see the mix. I'm into it. Yeah, but if I want to see the mix, I can just go to Westfield.
Who doesn't love a beautiful woman? Averageness does not need to be celebrated.
So Caroline says, if I want to see diversity, I could go to Westfield, basically, or I'd go to shopping centre.
Well, it's true. We're a melting pot in Australia. We are multicultural. That is what we are. And look, I personally think diversity on the runway is amazing because that is the clientele. You're trying to sell clothes. Not everyone is a size 8. So you're selling clothes to, women that might be pregnant, women that might be, a larger size. So I'm all for the diversity on the runway. And I think, keep it as a mix.
You're tall.
Yes,
I mean, I imagine
I'm a
for
big
you,
unit.
you are a big unit. You're a BFG, a big friendly giant. So finding clothes for you when you were younger might not have been easy either.
Look, I was one of those pencil-thin models.
I can't relate to that.
Obviously, age, puts on a couple of kilos, only a couple.
So it's important to have diversity there. One other line. Basically, Caroline was kind of against diversity on the runway. She doesn't need to see it on the runway. Go to the shopping centre and buy your outfit at Target or Kmart or whatever. The other quote that she said was averageness does not need to be celebrated. Firstly, averageness is not a word, but I'm really average.
And look, I wouldn't say you're average.
I'm not, I'm not Brad Pitt, never have been. I'm happy being
But we're
average.
not just
and we
talking
want
about looks. It's not, she mightn't have just been talking about looks. I mean, you can't say anything about you's average. I mean,
No, but this isn't about me. And
Yes.
it always is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
about the
you made it
runway and
back
it's
to you.
around fashion. And I want to see average on the runway. I don't want to see unhealthily overweight. I don't want to see unhealthily skinny. I want to see
the medium.
myself
Yes. Yeah.
on the runway.
Yeah.
And I don't have a six-pack. I'm a size whatever. And that is, I think, what she says, averageness does not need to be celebrated. That concerns me a little bit.
Look, maybe you'll have to chat with her if she comes in about that.
All right,
because-
you've got splinters on your ass like
because-
Sally Overmeter sitting over here.
No, you know what? Look, I think that those bigger models that are out on that runway are anything but average. They're stunning. They're absolutely gorgeous. So I do, that beautiful pregnant woman in the Mariam Sadiq was absolutely stunning. So that's not average,
I want to see it. You can't be it if you can't see it, people. That's it. Real Housewives of Sydney is dropped. The second episode and new episode drops on Binge each Tuesday. I'm here for it.
Every
I'm living for it.
Tuesday. Do I have to go through this every Tuesday?
Well, I might invite you back. I'll see how I feel.
I'll see
You never
how
know,
I feel.
Krissy Marsh.